here we go. So again, rNetwork Power 3, we're going to go over the compensation plan tonight. We're going to go over the rBucks program. We're going to go over a lot of different things. I can tell you this, rBucks will be rolling out, excuse me, the week of the 26th, which is what, next week, sometime next week is what it looks like. So it's a big, big, big deal. I want to kind of unpeel the onion for you a little bit here. Just give you a couple of layers. I'm waiting for a text. As soon as John texts me, I'll bring him on the call as well. So again, he'll be about 10 minutes after, which is fine. But let's go ahead and get started here. So talking about the Power 3, and we're going to open it up to a Q&A. So write some questions down. Think of what you want to ask John and I after the end of this call as well, and we'll answer those questions. So the rNetwork Power Elite Compensation Plan. Now, this is an enhancement to the core compensation plan. The core compensation plan is not going away. So we all know what that one is. You get 3, it's $2 each a month, plus if they purchase any other items, you know, via the mall or concierge services, things of that sort. I can tell you there's going to be some major enhancements on those, on the concierge services, big enhancements coming on those very quickly. But rBucks right now is what it's all about next week. So we have been screaming for more and more value on the $50 a month or more, and that question has been answered in a big way. And you're going to start seeing this thing take shape. I'm going to show you a couple slides tonight, and yes, you are finally able to become very, very excited like I am, and many other people as well. So let's talk about the Elite Power 3, the Elite Power Up, and go through this compensation plan really quick. So personally enroll your first 3 charter members with a QV, so that's total volume, qualified volume. That could be a mix and match of different things. So it's not just going to be, for example, the our academy or our financial, things of that sort. That's one way. So they can become our financial plus the regular subscription. There's your QV right there. But there'll be multiple items placed into this thing. So right now we've got the pharmacy as one of them, for example, and there'll just be more and more. So it could be a total of 175 amongst a lot of different products and services, not just our financial. Right now, our financial is a big one because that's 125 plus the 50 or whatever. If you got in early and you're only paying $100 a month for our financial, that's fine. You're grandfathered in, you still receive the 175 QV. So don't worry about that, because I've had that question come up. Okay, so once you have the 3 people in there, then you will receive a personal enrollment bonus of $100. Now, here's what's cool. If you do it in 14 days, now I get a question about this too. This compensation plan hasn't rolled out now. So if you do it before it rolls out, so you have more than 14 days before the compensation plan itself rolls out, not rBucks, but this compensation plan, rBucks will come out first. This will follow. If you get the people in, 3 people, and you help them get their 3, right? 3 at 175, you will receive $25 bonus on their first 2 tiers of your first 3 people. Okay, so $25. So tier 1, tier 2. So that's a lot of people, right? Add it all up. If you take it 3 across and then 9 across, right? So it goes 9 and 3, whatever, all the way across. So you're talking about what, like $300-400 a month. Just do the math on that. That you'll get a bonus every single month just by doing that, which is really cool because that's more. That's 3 or 4 times more than you're paying your subscription. Plus, you're also going to get the 175. You know, the Power 3, Power Up. So anyway, and when John gets on the call, he can clear up any questions on that as well. Team building bonus, TBB. When one of your personally sponsored CMs becomes Power Elite, you're qualified again to earn the $25 on the first and second active levels of the Power 3 Elite CMs monthly, only if you achieve the rank of Power Up. Okay, so again, you've got 14 days to do that from when this starts, but anybody in now will be grandfathered in. So if you reach that prior to it starting, like I just said, you will receive it as well. So again, that's really, really cool. And again, when John jumps on this call, we'll take questions on the comp plan, and everything else I talk about, we'll take questions after this call. Keep the questions to the comp plan, keep the questions to what we talk about on this call, okay? Because those are the questions that we're going to answer. So Power 5, Power 7, Power 10 Elite. So charter member must have 175 qualification value. Now, qualified value. So if you don't have, if you're not in at the 175, that's okay, because you still have the other compensation plan you're earning on, right? The 3 and free, all that, none of that goes away. That's all still here. This is just an enhancement for the guys that want to play in the deeper end of the pool, right? Or they say, hey, I want this financial, or I see that they roll out this product that I might like. I want this discount program. I want that discount program. You're going to see a lot of discount programs that you're going to want to be a part of, most likely, just from security to all sorts of different things. And there's another slide coming up in this presentation, so we'll talk about some of those things on that slide as well. Roger was kind enough to share some information. I got permission to share some of it, not all of it, but I did get permission to share some of it on tonight's call. Charter member must have a minimum of 5 personally enrolled charter members who have qualified for, that they have their 3. Okay, so it says for TBB, gets a little confusing. Means those 5 members have their 3. So I'm going to ask them to change that. Okay, so if your 5 have their 3 across, who also have 175, they don't have to be their first 3, any 3, then you become a Power 5 Elite. Power 7, and just kind of read through this right here. Power 10, same thing. Okay, so as you read through these bonuses, on the 5, charter member must have a minimum personally enrolled network volume of $20,000, of which no more than 40% can come off of any one leg. That means if you have 3 legs, not more than 40% of volume can be. So you have to kind of even them out a little bit here and there. If you even them out, you become a Power 5, Power 7, Power 10. You can kind of read through this. So hopefully that makes sense for you. I'm gonna go through kind of some of the comments right now before John comes on, just to make sure I'm not missing anything here. So yes, okay, perfect. So hopefully this is pretty clear. And again, John will come on as well. The Global Power Elite obviously is something we want to work towards. Here's the cool thing about this plan though. Again, and I can't emphasize this enough, when the rBucks program rolls out, I think this plan will be a lot easier to sell. And I'll tell you why. Because you're going to receive all of those rBucks will be a dollar for dollar value given back to you that you can pay travel down on and other things. I want you to use your imagination. I asked John if I can tell you all the things you can use rBucks for. He said, not quite yet. He said, slow down a little bit. But tell them, I said, may I tell them that they can use their imagination? And he said, yes, that you can do. So as I go through these next few slides, use your imagination, what you may be able to use rBucks for, okay? That I can say. So dynamic compression, well, dynamic compression is just like any other dynamic compression in any plan. So for example, if you have, say you want to become a Power 5, you become Power 5, you're going to receive all of this volume, all of these. At Power 5 CM can earn 50 cents for each active CM through 2 generations of Power 5. What does that mean? Say, for example, you have row 1, right? Your first tier is 3 across, your second tier is 9, then 27. You have, say you're in your third tier, you have 27 lines going across. You have 27 different lines that you can be making 2 generations of Power 5 for 50 cents. That means in that particular line, until you have not 1 charter member who's also reached Power 5, but 2 charter members who has reached Power 5, that could go hundreds of levels deep, that you're making an additional 50 cents per member on, per line. So even in your third tier, that's 27 lines going down. Think about that. There is no way on God's green earth you're going to have 2 Power 5s on 27 lines for a long time, if ever. So that this is a fantastic compensation plan. So thank you for asking about dynamic compression. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me tell you something here. When you see the dollar for dollar value you're going to get on this plan, John and I, we were talking about how we're going to present. We were talking about an elevator pitch today and things of that sort. I want to read you something that he sent to me, and we kind of went back and forth a couple of times until I told him, I said, oh, I like this one the best. So I'm involved with a company that's developed a business model utilizing a participation marketplace. It's easy. I make money with my phone. Our members subscribe to our global e-commerce marketplace, Similar to Amazon and Costco, we refer people to the site and we get paid when they buy. It's really that simple. If you're open to developing a business that's going viral around the globe, I'd love to share some more information with you. That is the elevator pitch right there. So I'm going to say it one more time. Okay, and I'm going to break this down. I'm involved with the company. We're not going to say the name of the company. Why don't I say the name of the company? I want people to think about it. Why wouldn't I say the name of the company when I first present this to anybody, either over the phone, via email, or whatever? I don't say that because the first thing they'll do is go to Google and start reading reviews, and a lot of the reviews aren't exactly friendly. Okay, because a lot of the information, there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I don't, plus I want them to ask me the name of the company and ask me more about the company. I'm opening up for a second conversation as well. Well, really, what's the name? The more dialogue you have back and forth, and more times you speak back and forth, the more opportunities you have to talk, the higher you increase the ability to close. That's very, very true in sales. So I'm involved with a company that's developed a business model utilizing a participation marketplace. Why would I say participation marketplace? Easy, because people don't know what it is. It opens it up to say, wait a second, I've heard of a marketplace. What's a participation marketplace? Okay, it's easy. I make money with my phone. Our members subscribe to our global e-commerce marketplace, similar to Amazon and Costco. We refer people to the site and get paid when they buy. It's that simple. If you're open to developing a business that is going viral around the globe, I'd love to share more information with you. That's it. You don't have to go into the concierge services. Don't go and confuse the heck out of everybody. And yes, I will go ahead and post this on our team Facebook and everything like that. I'm gonna go through the chat again as well. So again, very, very simple, very pointed. Okay, and there's 3 or 4 little jabs in there in that one little statement to make it really easy for you. So let's talk about the 4 cores of the ultimate life: health, wealth, personal development, and business. I asked John, I said, which one is travel underneath? He said, kind of health, because a lot of people want to travel. You need to get away a little bit. So we're going to talk about travel and rBucks. But now this is where I want you to use your imagination on what you may be able to use rBucks for, other than just travel. So health, we've got physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. All we're going to have programs for all of the above. Wealth, budgeting and spending, emergency funds, financial counseling, insurance and benefits. People have asked me about insurance a lot. Investment strategies, all under the wealth umbrella. Personal development, life skills, professional skills, leisure and fun. I think travel can go under that too. Maybe health, maybe a little bit of personal development and health. There's travel. Relationships and mindset. Business, mentors and coaching. Strategic plan. Daily method of operation. Business tools. Legal services. Again, use your imagination. All of these are going to be discounted services. Every single one of them. But rBucks makes them even better. So think about that. You're paying $50 a month. Guess what? You get 50 rBucks. Paying $175 a month. Guess what? You're getting 175 rBucks plus everything else. Yes, your friend in Australia can join the Zoom. Anybody can join the Zoom. So, and this is being recorded as well. So you can use the rBucks for a lot of different things. And again, we'll be more specific with what they are. Right now, the first one rolling out, week of the 26th, sometime next week, is travel with rBucks. And I'm telling you right now, our travel, from what I've seen, beats Expedia and all of them at gosh, about 95% of the time. And if you use the rBucks on top of it, probably beats it 100% of the time, because it's so close. When we don't beat them, it's extremely close. And with the rBucks, it puts you over the edge. Another question I got on rBucks is this: hey, John, if I travel, can I just use all my rBucks at the same hotel? It depends on the hotel. Depends on the resort, because some hotels, what if you already get them for like $70 a night? You're already getting a screaming deal. They might limit you to 5 rBucks or something per night or something like that. Or what if you get a deal and it's $200 a night and it's still a screaming deal, but you have a lot more room and maybe you can use all 50 rBucks on one room, one night, whatever. the point is you'll be able to use them. You'll be able to spread them out. And again, it won't just be limited to travel. And on top of that, they never go away. There's no expiration date on your rBucks. So save them for a rainy day. That's what I tell people. In fact, I came up with an idea and I want you guys to comment. I want to see this in the comments. I pitched this idea to Jon and he absolutely loved it. And I loved it. All of us receive 500 rBucks by October 23rd. That day may be extended. I know he asked me about that. I don't know if it will or not. That is completely up to corporate, but that's something that's kind of out there. And Jon's telling me he's signing on, so let me go ahead and find him really quick so I can ask him to unmute. Give me 1 second. He's signing on. Sorry, you know me, I'm usually very thorough. I don't like stopping in presentations. Anybody that knows me is kind of my pet peeve, but I get it. He was really, really busy, so, and I really appreciate his time for jumping on tonight. So let's see, he's signing on right now. I'll tell him to raise his hand when he gets in here. Raise your hand. Oops. When you get in. See, there we go. So anyway, back to rBucks. So they don't expire, which is really, really cool. But here's the idea I had for him, and hopefully he'll be able to hear this on the phone. I said, Jon, how cool would it be if we give everybody 500 rBucks and they're already getting these discounted hotels and everything like that? What if we planned a cool event for our team, a nice event here in Utah where people can use their rBucks, pay down their vacation, their trip, and we can all do a cool little hoorah at corporate here in Utah? How cool is that? Think about that. So if you guys like that, put that in the comments. I think that's a really good idea. And Jon's in, so let me find him really quick here. But I would love to see everybody on this team. I would love to see you guys. Even the ones that, if you guys are upset about me anyway, I'll still love to see you. So I could apologize if I offended you any way, shape, or form. I could do it in person. But if not, I'll give you guys a big old handshake. Well, a social distance shake or whatever. Let's see here. Let me find him really quick. Trying to find. There's so many people on this call I can't find. I'm looking for you, Jon. I'm coming. I might do this. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to find him in here. There's a lot of people. I hope he's under. Give me a second. Sorry. Right before you go to the next slide, so it's actually good timing. Oh, there he is. Found him. Found you. Okay. Ask to unmute. Okay, Jon, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. Okay.
Perfect.
There's like a lot. There's like almost 80 people in here. So, okay, so perfect. So, Jon, I was just telling him, you may have heard it. Remember, you and I were talking the other day about when people can come in and use those 500 rBucks, whether it's October 23rd or whatever corporate decides to do with that date, to have everybody come out to Utah and use, take advantage of the plane tickets before they go up in price for the holiday. Get them early. We'll have to, if you guys like the idea, we'll have to choose some dates and then use some of your rBucks to pay your hotels down on top of the discounts you're already receiving. And then we can do a cool little hoopla here in Utah, like a get together. That'd be a lot of fun, because here was what would be cool. A, you guys can share your rBucks testimonials. B, you guys can take a whole bunch of pictures of corporate and just come and meet everybody. And because our network is really starting with the rollout of rBucks and travel, I do believe I'm already seeing it. I'm seeing growth for the first time in months just from the announcements of rBucks. When we see rBucks and we see the testimonials of rBucks, there's a couple things I want to do. There's 3 things I want to do as a team. Number 1, I want to plan something for here in Utah. I want to do that for sure. Number 2, and I'll play tour guide. I've had a couple of people fly out here, and what did I do? A couple of you are on the call. I took them hiking. I took them to sightseeing. I did a lot. I'm a pretty friendly tour guide, so I played a lot of tour guide. Number 2, I want all the testimonials written like crazy. I want you to share your testimonials. I also want you to share where you guys are going on vacation after COVID next year. spring break or whatever. What else do you want to use your rBucks for? And number 3, most important, is with this program, I want to be able to basically, I want our team to really come together now. I really want us to, have the event, if you can, whoever can make it, have the testimonials, and then again, share where you're going on vacation. And I want you to make a big deal about it. And just say, look, I'm saving. You can almost, I call rBucks almost a savings account for vacation. There's people that may have not gone on a vacation for years. Well, guess what? It's past due. It's overdue. It's time for you to do it, because you can use your rBucks to buy that down. So if you're paying a subscription every month, you might as well use that money. And again, you can save it for whatever you need to do, because they never expire. And getting 500 rBucks, think about that. That's the value of 10 months of a membership. And why did corporate do that? Because we've been waiting for certain things for a while. And so they said, hey, let's go ahead and give everybody 500 rBucks so that they can use for whatever they want to use them for. Well, travel right now, and then again, use your imagination for whatever other things that may roll out. And so just a lot of cool things that you can do, but let's really blow it up, and we'll plan that event. If you guys want to do it, reach out to me on Facebook or through the clubs, or even I'll actually post something on our Facebook group. If I get enough interest, we'll go ahead and plan some dates. We'll plan some dates and have you guys come out, and it'll be a lot of fun, because I think that would be a blast, to be honest with you. So anyway, John, I kind of told him about rBucks a little bit. I went over this slide with Roger right here, the 4 cores of the ultimate life. We just kind of read through this. So whatever you're allowed to touch on, whatever you can kind of share, I don't want to overstep my bounds or anything like that. So, which is one of the reasons I brought you on this call. Whatever you can do or share, or even share your thoughts. I know you've been with the company a short time. I know you're behind, really behind what we're doing with travel. So I know that was your world for a long time. So I appreciate everything you've done there. And I know you and I talk a lot, and we share a lot of the same philosophies and business strategies and ideas. Oh, and there's one thing too I wanted to share with everybody as well. I almost forgot, and then I'll turn it over to John. But one thing I'm really big on is when we first started as a team, we were growing like wildfire. We were going nuts. We were growing crazy. And a lot of things, we had a lot of team unity, and we also had duplication. And so I spoke with John about this as well. And I'm gathering a bunch of information from corporate, and I'm going to put together one piece, one guide. I'm going to create it for a team, and if corporate wants to adopt it, they can as well. We got to be team players here, but I want to put together a ultimate guide, and in the guide, it's going to have it will have the presentation in it. It's also going to have a training how to get started in it, how to pay, how to recruit. There's going to be a lot of trainings, everything, links, there's everything in one PDF. And it might be 80, 90 slides, but who cares? So what? It's all there, and every new member should have it. Every old member should have it. And anytime you recruit a new member or bring them into the participation marketplace, give them the guide and walk them through it once, and watch how much faster your team grows. Because the number one killer I've seen in network marketing is once somebody signs up, if they don't start quick or whatever, they kind of lose that luster a little bit. They lose that fire. But a lot of times they go to get a hold of their upline or get a hold of somebody, and they feel like they're not being trained. They feel like they're left out on an island somewhere. It happens all the time. So if you have a guide, also with this guide, it can also incentivize them to say, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff that this team has. Look at what these guys have together, and these guys have it going on. Let's go ahead, and I want to join this team. I want to join with this person who contacted me, because he or she's got it figured out. And it's going to have everything in that guide. Okay, I promise you that it will be very, very thorough. And what I want to do is I want to go to our team Facebook page and our Rise Up and everything, and I'm going to put that pinned post. I'm going to change the post at the top, and that post is going to 100% correlate with that PDF. So all the links, it's going to cross-reference like crazy. And it'll be simple, so anybody, a 5th grader, can pick it up and understand it and read through it and train on our network. If we can make it easy enough for a beginner, then you can duplicate 10 times faster. So that's another thing I told John here, I need about a week to put it together. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be well worth it. And as soon as I gather enough information with the new, some of the stuff I can share, I'll put it in the guide. And then what I'll do is I'll put it on a Google Doc. So anytime that there's additional information or enhancements, rollouts, whatever, I could just add them to the guide. So you only need the link one time forever. And anytime there's additions, you never have to ever get a new guide, right? It'll always be in real time. So we'll go ahead and do that for the team as well. And I'm excited about putting it together, even though it'll take me about 50 hours or so, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what you do for your team, right? So with that, John, I want to kind of turn it over to you a little bit, and then I'll also go through the R marketing tutorials. I'd love to get your thoughts on what's going on with rBucks, what's going on with rNetwork, and anything you can share. The time is yours.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I'm not sure what you've gone through. I think I do, but I'm going to go through kind of a whole gamut of things. First of all, I want to say, John, having smart people like you on the team makes it really, really great for kind of average people like me. I mean, you know how to put all that stuff together and links and do. I mean, I know how to use a link. I couldn't tell you how to put it together though. You know, all these things and how, you know, how your brain works and thinks. So, you know, not only are you super intelligent, you've also got a great personality behind it. So you're a diamond in the rough. And I, for one, really appreciate you, and the company appreciates you. And just keep doing what you're doing, bud. It's we're about to put this thing into launch mode and really begin to take off. You know, I will share with you that next week the Travel Club goes live. And rBucks goes live, and that gives me goosebumps because we've been waiting for this. And one of the exciting things is that all you've seen is just one facet of the Travel Club. There's like 5 other components that when we launch this next week, that you're gonna see. You're gonna see all these different components. You're gonna see some really incredible marketing aspects of this, that how you're gonna be able to drive your entire business, and which is really cool. And I'm going to leave it at that because you're not going to guess what it is, but when you see it, it's going to knock your socks off. It is really, really cool. This partnership that we have with this company that in putting together this travel platform. I will share with you that I've had probably 4 different people since we first talked about the travel platform say, "Oh my gosh, John, you've got to look at this travel platform. They have the absolute best prices. I've never seen anything that competes with them. You just need to go do it." And honest to goodness, every single time I say, "Here, send me their site. Let me take a look at it." I go in and I take snapshots of our prices versus their prices. And in some instances, their best price is higher than our starting price before you even buy it down with rBucks. I've not found anybody that beats our prices. And these are people that are coming to me with saying, "Oh my gosh, this is the best in the world. They're doing this all over the globe. They have aggressive pricing. They make sure that you know, all the right things to say, and the proof's in the pudding." And when you go compare the prices, we've shot everybody down. I mean, I love this package that we have. I love who our partner is with this. I love the amount of business that they do all over the globe. And we've been able to secure something very rare here with this group, and it's very, very exciting. So we're excited to be able to launch it, not only for the how you're able to use rBucks to buy down significantly, anywhere from 10% to 35, 40+%, buy down, you know, the price that you're going to pay for room nights for hotels and resorts all over the globe. But some exciting other aspects associated with the Travel Club that you're going to be able to have. And of course, you know, when I'm looking at this document now here online, John, that you talked about rBucks, and you know, we started, and I'm going to use the term "we started" because there's a lot of different directions we can go with this. But we started with, you know, whatever you write a check for that night, or that whenever you enroll into the business, we want to immediately give you the same reciprocal in rBucks. We want to take away all the objections that somebody might have. When you show them the amazing rates that they're getting on from a travel from the hotels and resort perspective, and how they can immediately use to buy it down dollar for dollar. It's not like American Express where you get 1% of your value in Amex points and then you go buy it down. And this is dollar for dollar, right? That you can go buy down and begin to use immediately. It takes away all objections that people have, or every month when they make their $50 payment or their $175 if they're an elite member, going forward, we give them dollar for dollar directly back in their account. And so if somebody ever even thinks about, well, I don't know if I want to be involved in the business, and they look and they see that they've got, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 in rBucks, which is dollar for dollar value to travel, they think twice about even leaving. So it's an amazing retention tool on top of that. So we're excited about the travel. We're excited about the rBucks and what that brings. We're excited about the direction that certainly that the company is going. Jon talked about, the Power 3, the compensation and the new components that we launched into it. And I'm looking at some of the chats that are going on right now here online. Let me go to it here real quick. There've been, a lot of really, really, really great questions. Let me open up my screen here because there were a couple that I wanted to talk about here real quick. They said that, can we use rBucks for something else beside travel? My comment would be, stay tuned. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is the start, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah, use your imagination.
Yeah, right. Some of the person says, once there's a shelf full of choices, this is John Yeomans. I think I said your name correctly, John. If not, I apologize. To reach 175, it's much easier to talk to people and engage. Our objective is that when we launch, so coming right behind the Travel Club and the rBucks, then next is the enhancement, to the compensation that Jon reviewed with you tonight. When that is launched, we also have multiple options that are available that allow you. So today, your option is RFA, Financial Academy. Great product. People have been great success with it. In fact, I was talking to Jana Jorgensen the other day. For those of you that know Jana, she said last week she made $2,700 just in trading Forex, and she had never traded before, didn't know anything about it. Took her a month or so to get comfortable, and she stopped playing with the play money and put her own money into it, and she had fun with it. So, people are going to go at whatever pace they want to go to, but we recognize that Forex isn't for everybody. A lot of people want to understand it and do it. For some people, if they're just not comfortable, that's fine. What you'll see is that when the new enhancement of the compensation comes out, there's multiple packages that you can choose to buy. That's way beyond Forex, that allows you to get to that 175 in volume. And then certainly, the order of introduction is going to be the, Travel Club and the rBucks. And then we've got the compensation. And then right behind that is this global e-commerce platform that's being launched that we're going to begin to drop products onto from not just the US, but from around the globe also. And as you buy and as your fans buy off of that e-commerce site, that counts as your volume that qualifies you in the compensation plan. So when we talk about you needing 175 in qualifying volume, your fans may purchase 100 or 150 or 200 or 300 in the month, and you don't need any volume to be active maybe sometimes, right? So we're giving them quite a bit of incentive to come back to this e-commerce site when it's launched, and we have products that we bake into it. It's really, really exciting, and the volume that they do counts for you, and you're going to be able to qualify in the compensation plan and then other things that we have going forward. And obviously we pay you for everything that is purchased on that. You're going to get paid through the TBS as well. We talk about stacking commissions, right? As well as we're going to be incentivizing your fan to go back to the site continuously, whether it's by money back and other incentives that we have. So you're going to see this whole platform really, I firmly believe, and I was telling Jon just the other day that, we get through this next 30, 45 days between the Travel Club, the rBucks, we come out, we have the enhanced compensation component that is really, really exciting. The money that throws off is really going to be exciting. And then we have the e-commerce site. I said, I believe we have blue ocean in front of us, because there isn't anybody that's doing what we're doing as aggressive as what we're doing also. So it's a really nice going to be in that mode. We've got a lot of stuff that we're pushing out, but it's going to help. It's going to differentiate us different than everybody else in the marketplace, and it's going to be something that's very exciting. You know, John, when you talked about, you know, on that one slide, the four cores of the ultimate life, you know, it's interesting when I hear, you know, Roger and marketing, we're talking about how do we want to differentiate ourselves. In fact, you know, I was playing with, you know, John earlier today. You and I were toying with, you know, what's our elevator pitch? How do we talk to people? How do we get them excited? You know, you're in an elevator and somebody goes, hey, what do you do? Well, you freeze up because you don't know what we do, or we haven't done a good job of explaining it. And it's because we haven't done a good job of explaining. It's not on you. It's on us. It's on me. And so we're coming out. We're going to have our objective in the next couple of days to have this really fine-tuned, this elevator pitch. I have a napkin presentation completed where you can sit down in front of anybody and somebody goes, well, tell me about your business, or how do you make money? If you're sitting in a restaurant, you pull out a napkin, you can scribble something on the napkin, quickly explains our business. It shows them how we make money. They can take that with them, and immediately they can sit down with someone else and do the same thing that you just did with them. So our objective is to have that available and completed by the end of the week with you also. But just from, you know, we were talking about elevator pitch, and let me kind of give you what we've kind of come up with so far. I think we're close. I don't think we've nailed it yet, but it goes like this. You know, imagine you're sitting in the elevator and somebody goes, you know, hey, John, or, you know, you meet somebody and they go, you know, what do you do? How are you going to answer it? So what I'd say is this: I'm involved with a company that's developed a business model utilizing our participation marketplace. It's easy. I make money with my phone. Our members subscribe to our global e-commerce marketplace, similar to Amazon and Costco. We refer people to the site and get paid when they buy. It's that simple. If you're open to developing a business that's going viral around the globe, I'd love to share more information with you. That's 25 seconds. Easy to learn, easy to pitch, easy to put out there. We're going to refine it, but that's where we're going. That's who we are. That's how easy this business is. So we're going to define what that is. We're going to define a little bit more about that napkin presentation, and we're going to be able to get it out to you. But I also like what the company is talking about doing, because they're really focusing on where a lot of non-direct sales companies that are product rich, that are information rich, right? So when we talk about we're going to focus on 4 cores. We're going to focus on health. We're going to focus on wealth, personal development, and business. And the business part is about people that are building, you know, in our network. We're going to have many different kinds of products and services that are available on the e-commerce site. It's not just limited to these, but you can see the scope. When we talk about, for example, health, we're talking about physical, mental, emotional, social, right? We're talking about wealth, budgeting and spending and insurance. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to make a lot of money, get a lot of volume, and having a lot of customers at amazing rates that are out there. So when we talk about, when we talk to people, about health, we are not going to be a company that is putting our own label on anything out there at all, right? We're not going to have an rNetwork anything label, an rNetwork water, rNetwork nutrition, rNetwork. We're going to be agnostic. What we're going to do is we're going to utilize different people around the globe. For example, there's a number of people that we're in high-level conversations with, many of which have already flown into Utah. We've talked to other people around the globe, right? And these are people that are, whether they're allopathic doctors, they're homeopathic, they're Ayurvedic. I'm just talking about with people within the medical community, people that are nutritionalists. These are people that have had papers and books written and published in the US, North America, around the globe, in Europe. And these are people that we can point to third party about. These are their products. This is what the products do. This is the value proposition, where we have these individuals coming on in blogs and writing information on our site. We're going to be a site that's pushing information out. You can drive people to our website to learn more about their personal health, their personal wealth, or personal finances, right? personal development, information that's going to be there. We'll be doing podcasts. We'll be doing a once a month, a call that goes on, or a Zoom with some of these high profile people from all over the globe that you can go into, and you can validate their third party and who they are and what they've done and the products that they represent. It's not an rNetwork product, it's their product. And guess what? They're putting their products, they're putting their services on our e-commerce site. Now, you know what happens? You know what that means? They're vying for your business through price. So they've got to be price competitive if you want to buy it. We're not going to be like these normal direct sales companies that take a product and mark it up 6 times, 8 times, 10 times, then have to make up some kind of a story of what makes ours different and unique, what is special about our ingredient versus other people's ingredients. We're going to rely on the third party, all of the published information that's out there. These are the products and the services that we have that are out there that are available that you're going to be able to read up on and see and what's there, whether it's in finance or it's health or personal development, right? But they're vying for your business to be price competitive. So yeah, this is amazing, where you're able to buy products that are effectively, price competitive, because there's going to be other products and services out there in the marketplace that they're all vying for your business also through price and through convenience. And so we're not that 6, 8, 10 times markup. We're giving you amazing prices. We keep a percentage of the purchase price to pay out back through the TBS and to be able to support the company, but they're competing for your business with price and with value and with convenience. No one's ever done this before in a direct sales environment, and then to be able to pay an override of all the purchases of all your fans and all your charter members that get driven to that site. And by the way, that's just one way that you earn income, because then when people are involved, whether it's this $50 charter membership or the financial academy or other products that we have too, that pays directly into the TBS that you're paid on. And oh, by the way, you get paid this personal enrollment bonus every time that you enroll somebody who's a P3, becomes P3 elite, and they get 3 other P3 elites. Guess what? Now you make $100 residual on them every single month. And. There's so many ways that you can earn income now with this company. But the TBS is the lock, as that grows into thousands and tens of thousands of people, and you're making $2 and $6 and $8 and more per member per month, and the stacking of all the commissions and everything else, the numbers really begin to add up very quickly. So we've been able to put some components in the plan that allow you to earn money easy and quickly in the plan. And then over time, you make a killing on the TBS, and the money still grows on the front end through the personal enrollment bonus and the team building bonus and the leadership bonus and other things that we've incorporated in there, and then other products that we're going to be adding in. So we're going to be pushing information out. We're going to be agnostic, bringing in world-class products, world-class services into the e-commerce site, being very price competitive out there. And really giving you something that is blue ocean that nobody else has out there today. And, it's exciting, the places that we're going to be. And that's all going to start in the next 45 days or so, when all that stuff is done and out there and moving and ready to go. And we are becoming that company that you're going to be very proud to be with, be very, very proud to represent, because it's going to be like no other available in the marketplace today. So, John, with that, the good Lord gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I'm here. I can answer any questions that people might have.
Let me
can too, or whatever.
Yep, I'll unmute everybody here in a second too. I want to go back to travel really quick. I just want to throw this question out to everybody, and just something for people to think about. What is the average cost of a vacation nowadays? When you take, say, even a family of 4, you've got a spouse and 2 kids, right? And that's a small family. You're looking at anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for a week vacation, pretty much on average. If you take your monthly of $50 a month up to $175, you're talking $600 to $2,100 a year that you can pay down a vacation on, and that doesn't even cover a full vacation. So that may cover the hotel and whatever John's got up his sleeves, whatever next week, plus anything over and above vacation. Who knows? But there's going to be so many different ways to what I call spin this or approach people with this. If you're talking to somebody who loves to travel, boom, here you go. If you talk to somebody who loves to trade, there you go. If you talk to somebody who loves to do anything in these 4 categories, once we have those things, there's going to be so many different ways to open the conversation, to start the conversation. And we're going to train on a lot of those different ways. In that, when you were talking, John, I was thinking about that PDF is probably going to be about 200 pages long by the time it's all said and done. And I'll make it smaller. I'll put different things on 3 or 4 things, stack them on one page and stuff. But the point is, there's going to be a touching point for just about anything as we grow this out. And to me, the rBucks, in my mind, is the center of the universe, because that's the value proposition, immediate value right there. That question is answered. Here's what do I get for my initial $50? Boom, you get 50 rBucks. And right now you can use them on travel, and then use your imagination for the rest. Or you get 175 rBucks if you take that other program, or whatever it may be. Whatever dollar you spend, you get rBucks back, which is phenomenal. I've never ever seen a company. Usually if I spend $200 a month, I get coffee, or I get a drink, or I get something that's supposed to, whatever, cure cancer, whatever it may be. And so what they're doing with this thing is just literally, it's almost mind-boggling. And so it's really exciting. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll put a bunch of stuff together, one-liners, pitches for, I want to put together a pitch for if I'm sitting down on a couch and I'm having a conversation and somebody brings up this category or that category, and that we're going to have fun with this. We're going to really, our team's just going to start going ballistic again, starting next week, guys, with the travel and the rBucks. And you know me, I may be putting together some programs and cash rewards and all sorts of things just for contests. I love to compete. I love to do stuff like that. We're going to make it a lot of fun. We're going to start, I know you guys are going to get sick of hearing from me, but it is what it is. So you're going to hear from me a lot now, and our team and our leaders, because I think we're going to have a lot to rally behind. So I'm excited about that. Let me go ahead and unmute everybody. It's going to be really noisy for a second. And then, or maybe
Hey, John, can I say one more thing really quick before you do that?
Yep.
So you may have covered this. If you have, I certainly apologize. You've got a tremendous opportunity right now in 2 different areas. Number one, anybody who's active by the 23rd, by the close of the 23rd, that Friday night, we're giving everybody 500 rBucks. It's a tremendous recruiting tool right now to come in. Anybody that maybe you have on your team that's on hold, that says, I'm just going to wait, I'm going to, give it a couple of weeks or a couple of months. If they re-engage and become active, if they want to spend $50 just to check us out again, move forward, if they're active in the system, they get 500 rBucks. They got to be there before the end of Friday. Now, there's a second component too that we're doing that is really, really cool. And again, I apologize if you talked about it. You can stop me, John, if you have. But anybody who's involved today, between now and the day that we launch the enhanced, the enhancements to the compensation plan, and we get close, we're gonna give you the week, and then we're gonna give you the day, so you're gonna know in advance. Anybody who's there at the day that we launch, if you're already in, there is no time frame on how long it takes you to become a P3 elite. If you're in now and it takes you 3 weeks or 5, whatever it is, once you become P3 elite, you are automatically team building bonus qualified. If you're not a P3 elite at the time that we launch, you have 60 days to become a P3 elite, and you're grandfathered into team building bonus. The day that we launch the plan, the next morning, anybody new that comes in, they've got 14 days to not only do 175 in the volume, but to find 3 others to do the same thing to become P3 elite. Anybody who's involved just before we launch that, you're grandfathered and you're given a 60-day window to be able to do that. It's a great recruiting tool to use to be able to bring people in also. And then, of course, by then, we're going to have many other offerings over and above just the financial academy for them to be able to pick up and get into their 175 in the volume. Just want to make sure everybody understood that, John.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. And Yeah, we covered, but it sounds better coming from you. So there we go. So it's awesome. So I went ahead and anybody should be able to unmute themselves now. So if somebody wants to try it, make sure I did this right. Yeah, I'd love to hear from somebody. Just go ahead and unmute yourself. And
Hey, John, it's Robert.
yep. Hey, Robert, how are you doing?
Wow, wow, wow. This company just keeps getting better. I just can't believe it. I'm so excited I could just jump so high and touch the ceiling. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Nice. Come touch my ceiling. It's like 18 feet. I love to see that.
I don't think I can do that high. I'm only like 5'10". I don't think that high.
Yeah, John, if you can jump that high, come into my house and bring a paintbrush, will you?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Start a basketball
So
team.
I can do that. Well, I'm just so excited about this. I mean, this company has really made a turnaround since Mr. McKillip has came on board. That's all I got to say.
Robert, I appreciate the nice statement. I do want to tell you it's team. I've got a great supporting cast, and together we're all going to get to the top of the mountain. You, me, everybody else in corporate, everybody else here in the field, you all have been extremely patient, and it's going to pay off. But I appreciate the accolade, but I'm going to say it's team. We're all
team
that.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you though for the accolade.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Robert. Any other questions or comments?
Yes, I have a question. This is John Yeomans.
Yes.
Hello, John and John. My question is, and I'm a little confused about this. I've been a member for a long time, and it was what they used to call 3 and free. If you had 3 people, you didn't have to pay your 50. Well, there was only 50 at that point. So does the rBucks, do the rBucks replace the 50?
No.
The $50 you get free? Or
No,
that is replaced?
You still get your $50, and I'm giving you 50 rBucks on top of that.
Yep, you
Okay,
get
and that would be the.
$4.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you get both. So it's 3 and free, and you get 50 rBucks.
And that's right to 10. It goes from all the way to 10 people. Is that correct? Then
It goes from any.
10 in the pen.
It's 3 paying people, so you get your first 3, not 10. First 3. It's
Okay.
free, and you get your 50 rBucks. Or if you buy any, if you spend on, say for example, RFA or something else, you're gonna get dollar for dollar rBucks on that. So for example, say somebody wants a pharmacy, this is another $18, 19. There's 18 rBucks. There's our financial rBucks. So anything we add in there, and there's a lot of ways to acquire a lot of rBucks. How cool would it be? Think about this. You're now going to be able to go to somebody and say, I'm going to give you a dollar for dollar proposition on a business that you can do. And you can gather as many of these rBucks as you can. Because what if you want to save money here? You want to save money there. You want to save money here, here, here. You're going to be able to acquire all these rBucks, and you're going to be able to pay down your travel. And then in the future, let's see what else you're going to be able to pay down. That is incredible. And so there's going to be so many ways to, as a marketer, as a marketing guy that's been in marketing as long as I have, and my wheels are just spinning right now, because I'm so excited to see more and more products roll out, because there's going to be so many different ways to market this. The thing we have to be careful about is there's going to be so many ways to market this that we have to keep it simple, right? We got to keep it so it's you don't go and throw up on somebody, because there's going to be so many different ways to do it. So we'll do trainings, and we'll pinpoint, and we'll like really do some direct trainings on how to approach the right way. We'll like John's elevator pitch and the napkin. We're going to put all that stuff on that PDF. I mentioned the team PDF. We're going to put, all sorts of trainings on there, and that PDF is going to be so complete and so concise. And is, like I said, it's going to be linked to different, it'll be impossible for people not to know about it, because it's going to be linked to our page on our Facebook page for our team. It's going to be linked to our Rise Up. It's going to be linked to everything, because that way a new member can log in and boom, they'll immediately, oh, I got to download this thing. I got to click on this link, and all the training on there. And all these questions, we'll have a Q&A on there. We'll have all sorts of different things. I'm even going to put a table of contents on there to make it so simple and so easy. And I want to do that because now I feel like we have so much value with the rBucks. It is a major game changer, and it's going to be so fun to market this thing now. I'm really excited about all these different directions we can go. But John, you can now go to somebody next week and say, hey, here's a business I'm in. Again, dollar for dollar value. Because if somebody asks me, what is the difference between our network and any other direct sales company, when they see the matrix, they see that, I can look them right in the eye and say, dollar for dollar value. Your business is paid for the day you sign up. Before you bring anybody else in, your business is paid for in rBucks. You've already done it. So now there's no risk. There's no loss except not signing up, because the fear of loss now becomes, hey, if I don't sign up, I won't get these discounts, because it's not just the rBucks. If I take the rBucks, I look at, okay, great, there's dollar for dollar value, but now I'm getting discounts that I normally wouldn't get. There's a fear of loss. So I can look somebody in the eyes and say, if you don't sign up, you don't register, you are losing, because you're losing the discounts on top of the dollar for dollar value I'm giving you just to become a member. How amazing is that? I mean, it changes everything, because what we need to learn to do as members is we don't want people to have a heart attack and panic when they see a matrix, because a lot of people do. But if you know how to present it correctly before, I can tell you this right now, when I go and I present our network to people, especially now with the rBucks, I don't even mention the comp plan yet. I don't mention any of that stuff. I help them see the value in their $50 or the $175 immediately, and then everything else becomes secondary. Then you can say, hey, now you can leverage, and by putting them on this matrix is a beautiful thing, because look, are you okay with receiving these rBucks for $50? Oh, heck yeah, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with these discounts you're going to receive on top of these rBucks? Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, great. Now guess what? I got something else for you. Check this out. Now you can leverage and you can duplicate yourself. And
Hey,
then
John.
guess what? The matrix doesn't become so scary anymore.
Hey, John,
Very
this is
good. Thank
Robert
you.
real quick. I have two quick questions. Number one, when we do the $50 a month, could we earn when they upgrade to 175 or whatever other packages there are? I'm not quite clear on that.
Well, no. So here's what happens. So I enroll you, okay,
Yeah.
and you're at a $50 rank. You're $50 charter member, right?
Correct.
And I'm earning income from you, and then you upgrade yourself into, say, a P3 Elite, okay? You're gonna get rBucks for that, right?
Yep.
But I'm not going to get anything. I'm still earning income on what you do, which is really cool. But when you upgrade, you're going to get that benefit. So here's what happens. In fact, whoever, I think it was John who asked that question. How do I get the rBucks if I have 50 here or 125 or whatever it is? It's really simple. Every month, whatever volume you happen to purchase out of the e-commerce site, you might purchase 100. You might purchase 400 in the month. I'll give you 400 rBucks. Whatever you purchase in volume, I'm going to give you dollar for dollar in rBucks every single month. Over and above, you're still going to get 3, and it's free, by the way.
Yeah, but that really didn't answer my question, I don't think, Mr. McKillip.
So ask it again. I apologize.
No, that's fine. So my question was, if I'm at a $50 level, and if I want to earn off of the elite compensation plan,
Yeah.
do I have to upgrade myself to the elite?
Either you upgrade yourself or the volume that comes in from your fans promotes you. Remember, the volume your fans do counts for you. Going forward in the next couple of months, you're going to see a lot of opportunity now for fans to buy volume. It'll make an impact, and it will qualify for you running for your 175 in volume.
Okay, that was perfect. Thank you. Another quick question. I'm sorry to hold up the call, but is there another in that next slide that for the PowerPoint? Did we finish the whole PowerPoint just now or no?
Yeah, there's only one more slide, and that's just how to cash out on
okay.
marketing tools.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, John, this is James.
I don't know what's John, but hello. We have too many Johns in here.
Well, a question for you. Now, can you use your rBucks to pay for your monthly membership?
Today, you can use it to buy down your travel.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it at that, read between the lines. But today, rBucks is used for one thing, is to be able to buy down, so when you travel into a hotel or resorts, you can buy down, you can buy those rates down to a net rate, depending on who the resort is, where it's located, time of year. You may go to a resort and get 15% off, but go to the same resort 4 months from now and get 45% off. It's just going to be varying different all the time, depending on time of year and a whole bunch of stuff into it.
Okay, perfect. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Read between the lines.
Awesome. Any other questions before we got to jump off? And then I'll go through this last slide as well. So pretty incredible, right? So let me go ahead and walk you through this. So this, I get
John, real quick, I have another phone call at 9, so I'm going to jump off of this. I'll let you finish up.
Perfect.
Thank you for inviting me onto the call. Thank you, everybody, for your focus, your commitment, your belief in what we're doing. We're making that turn. It's going to be an amazing turn. We're all going to enjoy the journey, and we're all going to get to the top of the mountain together. So strap in, because we're going for a ride. It's going to be fun. Thank you again for inviting me onto your call.
Awesome.
Thanks, John.
Yep, thank you. And again,
Thanks, everybody.
we're recording this, so we'll post this as well, so you can share it with prospects or inactive members, whoever. But so this is, I get this question a lot on how do I cash out? So when you go into the back office, look for the icon that says our marketing tools right here, right? RT marketing tools. And then right there where it says marketing central. So the second row, the one on the far right, click on marketing central. And then you scroll down, you're going to see a tutorial, how to access your account, how to initiate your payout, how to manage prepaid card. If you choose to receive a prepaid card, the cool thing about this is this works all over the place. So now it's going to solve, hey, I need to get paid in Canada or in Sweden or in, wherever. And so this takes care of that right now. So they can load it on the card, or they can load it through the bank, or whatever, whichever means they decide. So, but that's how you do it. Our marketing tools, marketing central, and then go right to the tutorials, and bam, you're done. So very, very easy to do. And that is the end of the presentation there, Robert. That was the final slide that we hadn't got to yet. Yes.
Hey, this is real quick again. Regarding the global mall or the our partner brands, I don't know if I should I should probably talk to you on the side. How do you want me to get a hold of you?
Yeah, just through Facebook or whatever.
Right.
Just through Messenger. I know sometimes it takes me a few days to get back, just because I get a lot of messages on there. If people saw my phone, you would not believe how many messages a day I get on there.
I can only imagine.
But any other questions at all before we wrap this up?
Well, please look for a message from me, John.
I will.
Okay. Thank you.
So
John,
yes.
John, is the rBucks will be used for any other thing except, later on, not just for rTravel?
Right. Yeah. Like John said, read between the lines. So we're just not allowed to say yet, because Trent's gotten to the point where he doesn't like to announce what things can be used for until they're ready. And rTravel is literally a week away. So they're like, hey, we can use rBucks for rTravel. But there'll be a lot of different ways to use the rBucks. But Trent likes to wait until the programming is closer, the coding is closer to be done. Because in the past, there's been things that have said and they haven't come to fruition yet, or things of that sort. He wants to get away from that. But yes, rBucks, like John Yeoman's asked, or not John Yeoman, James asked a question, hey, can rBucks be used to pay for your monthly fee? And John said, read between the lines, basically. So there's going to be a lot of different ways to use your rBucks, which is really exciting. So travel's the first way to do it, because that's what's done. That's what's rolling out next week. And again, what else did John say? It's not just going to, there's 5 other ways. I don't even know outside of the hotels what other ways there are. John knows, because he's the one who helped put this whole program together. He's just, again, Trent just doesn't want to let the cat out of the bag too quickly, because we want to start. We finally want to get to where we under promise and over deliver. That's where we want to get. And I'm telling you, with rBucks, it is it's a breath of fresh air. It really is. And with this new compensation plan, my goodness, you run the numbers on that, it's mind-boggling how much money you can make. And Emerald, I love reading between the lines, exactly. So for partner brand, how does QV count? $1 for, okay, so partner brand, that's going to be a little different, Nick. So basically, it's going to depend on what products are purchased, things of that sort. So partner brand, you're getting a discount on a product. So if I buy a pair of shoes or whatever, I may not get rBucks for that because, or I might. There might be, I mean, I don't want to get too much into the partner brand. Let's just say there's going to be different ways to get rBucks. Let's put it that way. But what I do know that is concrete. Anything that has an additional cost to it over and above $50, that is a discount product or service, because our partner brands are going to be, what's cool about that, our mall is going to be gone, right? It's going to be replaced and enhanced with this. And that's going to go within the $50. You don't have to spend any additional money for our partner brands. Worldwide, they're talking to people all over the world. And like John said, they're competing for our business. We're going to get the best pricing just because they know they're going to be out in front of all the stuff we talked about months and months ago. And Roger got up and he wrote down 1, 2, 3 on the board. And he said, okay, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, our partner brands will be like a phase 2. We built it. We're building the entire platform like in Amazon, where people go in there and they put their products and services. The difference between them and us is they're going to be putting their products and services in there, again, knowing it, you can get good pricing at Amazon because they know millions of people are going to be able to see it. But the difference is we're going to be able to refer people to that. And when he or she buys a product or service, whether it be a fan or a charter member, we're going to get commission on that product or service just by referring them, on top of the rBucks and everything else. This is going to be the biggest no-brainer of all time. It really is, because again, you get dollar for dollar. And just imagine if you're shopping with the rBucks, you're doing all these different things you may be able to do with I say may, because again, we'll let Trent and corporate make those announcements. I can promise you this, so rTravel will not be the only thing you can use rBucks for. That is 100%. You can take that to whatever. Okay, take that to the vault, because it is not. So this thing is going to be incredible, guys. This is why they have said we're going to change the face of network marketing. We're changing the rules, and people, it's going to be hard for them to catch up. There's another reason Trent doesn't want to say too much too soon, because we want to be first to market with a lot of this stuff, and he doesn't want people to play catch up, because we've worked so hard, a year and a half, just pounding, grinding and grinding. Now they're finally there. We're a week away from rBucks. So my question to you is, when do you guys want to come to Utah? That's going to be my question to you, right? Let's do this.
I'm ready, John. I'm ready.
So I'll post something on our team site either tonight or tomorrow, and let's plan a vacation, and we'll pick a date. We'll pick a time. I know the holidays are coming up, so I don't know if we want to do it. You know, it'd have to be probably October or after the holidays, maybe spring break, maybe a spring break, something. We'll figure it, because I know with holidays you have the family and all that kind of stuff. So maybe spring break in Utah. We'll get the team together. The sooner the better, though, just because it will be a lot of fun and a ton of testimonials. So with that, guys, I'll wrap this up. It's been over an hour.
Quick, 2 other things, super quick. I'll make it very quick. I remember Jon McKillip saying something about this screen we're looking at. Mm-hmm. Any idea when that'll be revamped?
This screen, right, it already exists.
I know, but when it'll be revamped in the back office? I thought he said it was going to be done on steroids or something like that.
Oh, yeah, with the new rollout. So when the new compensation plan comes out, there's going to be more products roll out with that compensation plan, because there'll be multiple ways to reach $175, and you're going to see a new website. They want to do it all together. So I can't tell you what the website's going to look like. I've heard holy buckets. Let's put a holy buckets, Batman, right? The new website, how the feel of it, when you're, I can't say too much. I'll get crucified, but I'm just telling you this. The new website and the experience, the user experience, whether they're a fan or anyone else, is going to be phenomenal. The new compensation plan, 30 to 45 days. So thanks for asking that question as well. So next week, rBucks, rTravel, 30 to 45 days compensation plan with other products and services, enhanced website with an incredible user experience. Think about it this way: global aggregator marketplace. What do you think that website may look like? That's all I'm going to say. So really killer, guys. This is going to be insane. So I'm excited about, that's why I was so excited about the call tonight and everything. Okay, and then what's your second thing?
Wow.
Robert?
And last but not least, if we do come out, the team and everything, do you think we will be able to sign maybe a waiver to learn more about the different products and services, or no?
When people come out, sometimes they leave with more knowledge than they had before they come. Let's leave it that way.
Okay.
When you visit corporate, every once in a while, there's a couple gems you may learn. But depending on when you come out, I mean, in the next 30, 45 days, we're going to have so many things rolled out. You may not know everything. So at that time, it'll just be a lot of fun. So, and if anybody can't get a hotel, I'm going to just right now, I'm throwing it out there. Anybody, if you want, you can use my neighbor's house. Not my house, forget it, my neighbor's house. Just don't tell my neighbor I said anything. Just show up, knock, and just say you're from rNetwork and walk in. If they kick you out, don't mention my name. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, guys, so everybody have a good night. I'll go ahead and post this recording and we'll all talk soon.